And that's BBC Radio Scotland News, Sport and Weather.
Late Night Radio with Ashley Storrie on BBC Radio Scotland.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
I'm Ashley Storrie, you're listening to BBC Radio Scotland, and tonight we want to know, are you fashionable or are you a super tramp?
You better work. I have one thing to say. You better work.
You're listening to Ashley Storrie on BBC Radio Scotland, live from Pacific Quay, joined as always by sidekick Silent Paul. Hello, Silent Paul. I already know how you are, but tell the audience, how are you?
I'm in a little bit of pain.
What's going on?
Because I've turned 40, I think now my body is falling apart and rejecting me.
Yes.
I've hurt my neck. I don't know how I did it.
This is the hilarious part, is he can't turn his neck to the left because it hurts, but the way our studio is designed, because it's not designed for two people, so we have to share a desk. I have to sit to his side where he can't turn to.
So I have to move my whole body.
Like a Dalek.
Yes.
to turn round and look at me. Well, we all hope you feel better soon, Paul. We're talking fashion, but before we even get into the subject of conversation, we've already got a message from Jim in Netherley who says, Ashley, can I get a massive thank you to my mate Gordon? He kindly came down to Lanark to take me and James home after the football, saving Jacqueline the journey. So Gordon, on behalf of Jim and Netherley, a thank you. If you're listening to this and you're like, I'd like to thank somebody, get in touch via text 80295. I'll do my best to spread that gratitude. Now, we're talking fashion.
Yes.
We're talking about high fashion, low fashion, all the in-betweeny fashions. We're talking fashion mishaps. We're talking fashion regrets. I have none. Paul, what's your biggest fashion mistake that you've made where maybe something's broke? Maybe you've done a Janet Jackson. Have you ever flashed your nipples at the Super Bowl?
I have a lot of, I don't know why, but crotchal.
I guessed it was crotchal
trouble.
because before you spoke, you pointed at your crotch. and I was like, where is this going?
I'm just demonstrating that in the grundle, gooch area, I just, maybe it might be to do with the quality of the trousers that I'm wearing, but they seem to burst here quite a lot, and they do it in public quite often.
Yeah.
And I'm just lucky where it's situated that not many people are looking at that area.
Yes.
But it's still a worry. And I don't think it's because I'm like...
horse riding.
Yeah, or other horse-related analogies.
I don't know why they're doing
Gifted
that.
in that region. This is just the way it is.
I think it's just like chub rub. That's when your thighs rub together. I think it's probably just that. I get the fear because I love a sport legging, but I don't know how visible the flesh of my backside is through the fabric.
Sometimes when you see it, and you can see the full butt.
So I do, like, I've got a routine before I leave the house where I make my parents sit on the couch while I bend.
Do you do a fashion show and bend in front of them and go?
And I'm like, can you see my bum? Can you see my bum? Can you see my bum? And they go, no, you're fine. No, you're fine. No, you're fine.
Is there a rating? Is there like a ranking of just how flesh toned it is?
No, it's just if you can see any form of pant or flesh through the stretched material.
Yes.
I need to know.
Do you never worry? Because I always worry that these things, some of them are just so stretched, and it don't even mean because they're too small or whatever. They're just, that is the way they're designed, is to really, really stretch. That they're just going to go pew
All the time. I was wearing new leggings at the gym. I was doing goblin squats, and every squat I was like, please don't rip, 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 because they were tight. But they look great, so I don't care. But it was a fear, and it's a fear I get a lot. Did you? Oh, I just hit my microphone. Professional. Did you ever go through like weird phases of fashion? I ask you this every time, and it's like, no, I like jumpers and I like jeans. Did you not once buy a Matrix jacket, or have I imagined that about you?
No, I wanted to, unfortunately didn't.
Oh no!
So before I made the mistake, like not being able to find the thing meant that I didn't make the mistake. But I have lots of jackets and stupid colours of things like that. All my mistakes are when I try to move out of the norm.
Which is
when
not
I
a
don't
mistake,
try
it's a
to be
great
plain.
thing.
No, because it looks ridiculous. It just doesn't suit me.
I think that that's just more a you thing than an anybody else thing.
Like, age has been good for me. Age has been good for me because
You're
it
aging
lets
like
me
Steve
it
Carell.
lets me dress conservatively.
Yeah.
But it's adding in the grey hair and the bit into the grey beard. The beard's now going grey. See, once that all goes, that'll be great. Because they'll be like, oh, that's dead unique. He looks really cool.
So
and I'm not even trying.
You're just relying on your face to be your fashion forwardness, and that you'll go white one day and that'll look cool.
It'll just look different.
That sounds like Santa's weird fashion origin story. That makes no sense. We want to know about your fashion mishaps. Get in touch via text 80295. Let us know about...
Well, I can't ask you about fashion mishaps because you just don't have no shame.
Yeah, why would I? Why should I
literally
live a
tried
life?
to buy you the most embarrassing T-shirt.
I love it. I can't
gave you
wait
it.
to wear it.
And it's like, you were like, this
hold
is
on.
amazing.
It's my favourite footballer, Erling Haaland. He's Norwegian. He plays for Manchester something.
Yeah, close enough.
Beautiful big blonde boy. Looks like the haunted painting for Ghostbusters 2. I'm obsessed with him. I found out he only eats lasagna before a football match. That's fascinating. And I need to know how he does it. I don't know how you do carbs then football. But
Well, it's also got meat. It's got all the food types in it.
it's mainly just a book of pasta. But I'm so interested in him. And you got me a T-shirt with like 9 different versions of his head on it. It's like, what's that mountain? Mount Rushmore, but of Erling Haaland. Mm-hmm. Mount Haaland. I love it. Thank you, Paul. And you thought you'd embarrass me.
Yeah.
No.
Didn't work.
I'm going to wear it all the time. Get in touch with us via text 80295 or you can email us. What's the email, Paul?
It's Ashley Story Show at bbc.co.uk.
Margaret Forbes at Blamefield has said that, yes, she said, yeah, dancer. Time for Ashley and Paul again. Best programme on the radio. Margaret Forbes, Blamefield, you're the best listener of the radio. Actually, you're all best listeners. Right, here's one of my favourite artists of all time. She has become a benchmark of sorts.
Of what?
Of life. There's a very popular Twitter account called Liza Minnelli Has Outlived.
Though we know who it is now.
James Corden's show got the Liza Minnelli treatment this morning, which made me laugh. But Liza Minnelli is so great. And you know, I hope she loves herself. I really hope she looks in the mirror and goes, you are so hot. There's no way she could be so vain.